Each year on June 1st, Global Day of Parents provides an opportunity to appreciate parents and emphasize the critical role that parents play in nurturing, protecting, and educating their children. Visiting with me is mental health professional Calissa Ngozi. Calissa, Global Day of Parents back there, but it really is 365 days a year, isn't
100%.
it? You know, tell me about this day.
Well, I mean, like you said, Global Day of Parents is an opportunity to recognize that parents have a difficult job. And we don't talk about it a lot. But it's not just this one day. It is 365 days per year. So I think it's important to shed the light on not just the positives, but also the struggles that parents face.
I think it's important to emphasize if there's issues at home, there is help.
Absolutely. But the problem is nobody knows where to look. You know,
Where do they look?
Where do they look? Passstone Mental Health is a really good resource for parents. They offer 24/7 crisis support. If you're having any sort of struggles with your family, particularly your kids, maybe they have some form of trauma or exceptionality, then you can call them 24/7 and speak with a counselor right away. Additionally, throughout the region, they have walk-in centers that you can attend so that when you go to the mall, let's say at the Penn Center at that location, you can wait for your turn and then you meet with a counselor and speak about anything that's going on.
Any signs or tells that parents or kids give off?
Well, I mean, I think everybody's different and we present our stressors differently. Compassion fatigue and vicarious trauma are things that parents and also youth deal with quite a bit. And I think with parents, we try so hard to hold it together. But I think as a society, we need to embrace the knowledge that it's okay to not be okay. You know, a lot of times our stressors can be, we have a trigger, and our trigger is that we're short-tempered with our children. You know, we don't want to spend as much time with them. We begin to feel like we're a failure because we're having these thoughts. Because as a parent, we're supposed to love our kids unconditionally, and we're never supposed to have any sort of negative thoughts towards that. And that's just not, it's not true, right? Everybody has mental health in some form of capacity, and it's our job as parents to learn to recognize that in ourselves and our kids, and most importantly, seek help.
The word behind me says parents, but I think in some families it's parent.
Absolutely. We have single parent households, and I don't think we shine the light on them enough because it's less of a resource available when it's just one of you. Who are you calling to assist if you don't have a grandparent or you know, somebody else that's living with you and helping? You are it. You are the person. So the hope is maybe you have a fantastic co-parenting relationship, but that's not always the case.
I have to bring up teachers here because teachers are, you know, 30 hours a week with kids, and then they have to go home to their children and stuff like that. How do they really keep it together?
Well, when you look at it, teachers spend more time with your kids during the school year than you do. They're with them between 6 to 8 hours per day, and that's a lot of kids. And unfortunately, these classroom sizes are getting bigger and bigger, and it's harder to manage, especially if you have children that have any form of exceptionality, and if you don't have an educational assistant in the classroom to assist, then your stress level is going to double and triple. So we also need resources for teachers and letting them know that if you're not okay, we need to give them someone to check in with as well. And when they get home, their bucket a lot of times is empty and they don't have the capacity to deal with their own family.
I worked with a guy one time who told me he was having his second child, and he said to me, Anthony, 1 + 1 does not equal 2 when it comes to kids. And you would be a perfect example of that because you have twins.
I do. Yeah, 2 + 2 = 100.
100. Just remind us of those support services and those contact details.
Absolutely. So Passstone Mental Health, like I said, offers a 24/7 crisis line support. So parents can call if they're struggling with any sort of parenting, and kids can call as well. Up to the age of 18, they can ask for assistance.
And it's a two-way street, right?
Absolutely.
So kind of explain what that two-way street is entails.
Well, I mean, I think that it's important for parents to reach out, but also as a community, we need to wrap around them. And Passstone's Mental Health is a really good idea because they have so many wraparound services for families. And once you're able to tap into that, then hopefully the stress levels and learning how to manage behavior comes naturally.
Calissa, June 1st was Global Day of Parents, but it's 365 days a year, right?
100%. It is every day, all day.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.